I told you that I'm starting a kids art camp along with an exhibition. Today I want to share with you why am I doing it and what the kids are going to learn or get out of this 12-week program. First of all, we all believe in the power of communication. In psychology, in building self-confidence, personality, even in solving problems, communication is the key. However, a lot of the kids, and even adults, don't have the verbal skills to communicate their feelings and let us know exactly how they feel. And that's where the problem starts. Yesterday or the day before was the Suicide Prevention Day. The numbers are rising. Even though we have a lot more technologies and life is much easier, yet suicide rate is much, much higher than before. What are we missing those days? Communication. The feeling that we are connected. A channel to get all of those energy and emotion out. And even that is a skill that we need to learn in life. We're not born know how to communicate or how to get our emotions out. Without art, dance, verbal communications, we are literally nothing. In difficult hours and difficult times in our life, sometimes all what we need is someone to listen. We're not seeking help, we're not asking them to do anything for us. We just need someone to listen. Why am I talking about all of this in an art program? Because art is a way of communication. In fact, it's the best way to communicate all of your emotions, let your anger, your anxiety out in a safe way. Yet, we consider art as a luxury. If you look at the history of art, you'll see a huge number of paintings about war, crimes. People going through war have time to worry about art? Yes, they do, because that's how they cope with difficult times.
Recording in progress.
My program is not designed to teach kids how to become the perfect artists who have the skills to draw a perfect portrait. No. Even though I wish, and I will help everyone who have that goal in mind to get there, yet my goal is to teach them how to use simple lines to express their feelings, to communicate with the world, to feel that they have control over at least a piece of paper. There's a child inside each one of us. And it's fascinating when I try to teach kids how to do an art project, especially if we're using clay or, messy colors. Watch the parent. It's very interesting. The parents are more engaged than the kids themselves. You'll see a big man with muscles and mustache, and 5 minutes later, sitting on the floor playing with the Play-Doh, with an excuse, I'm helping my kid. Why? Because we need it. It's in our DNA. It's the very first communication method human used in the history. Before we invent language, before we invent writing, before we invent anything in the cave, we see images, pictures, drawings. I worked with kids during last summer in an art exhibition, and if you go talk to any of them, they'll always tell you, this is our safe place. Drawing is our safe place. Painting is our safe place. When I'm scared, when I'm in love, when I broke up, when I lost someone I love, they run into their sketchbook and they let all of their emotion out on a piece of paper. You know what's nice about that? That they can flip the page and start on an empty new page. If they don't, then they're going to be struggling with those feelings for the rest of their life. And we can utilize drawing and painting and simple art activities to solve daily problem with kids. For example, yesterday, my son was very frustrated, tired at the end of the day. He doesn't want to do his homework. And he was angry. He's gonna, I don't know. He was very, very angry. So I just threw a paper and pen next to him and I asked him to draw an angry line. And he started scribbling with all of his energy to a level where he teared the page. Like, okay, good, but now I want you to flip the page, start again, but no tearing the pages. Just use lines. Don't tear the page. And he started again and doing it again and again and again and again, and slowly started to go slower and slower and slower. And I told him it feels like there's more. Just flip the page again. He flipped the page and started doing this like continuous pattern. I walked away. I came back to the room. He's extremely relaxed and he looked at me and said, "Mom, I'm hungry." Well, you could have said so from the beginning. Then we know now why you're not writing your homework. But when we do some kind of art, it lowers our defense, whether it's kids or adult. A lot of us don't like to talk. We can't talk about our emotions. We cannot express them. However, once you start drawing, playing, doing something creative, it lowers your defense and you are more opened up to tell, to communicate, to say what you need. During those 12 weeks of program, the kids are going to learn how to use simple lines, stick figures to express their emotion. Along, we're learning a real painting skills in terms of understanding lighting, shadows, shapes, lines. So yes, we will focus on both. And I'm going to use things that are interesting and fun for kids. We cannot take kids and teach them how to do like a vase or still life. It's boring for them. As an art major, I spent hours and hours in school drawing circles, just going circle, 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 circle. But kids don't like doing that. So instead, if I tell them, let's draw a Pokemon ball, now they are interested to draw 100 Pokemon balls, maybe color it. Another thing that I would love to see with the kids doing is changing the typical way of doing art. You give them a coloring sheet and you ask them to color it, and we always strive to teach them how to color inside the line. Why? It's called art. Have them color however they like. And guess what? Why not giving them white paint and ask them to actually erase part of the illustration? Remove some of the lines, see what happens. We create art not only by adding lines, but also by deleting lines. See what the kids can come up with. And if they are open to talk about it, great. If not, then that's also great. Art therapy is all about the process of making art, not about the outcome. We need to take out of our mind that we're gonna have the child or an adult create an art piece and then we look at it and judge it. Oh, that's good. Oh, you are talented. No, we are doing art for the process of doing art, not for the outcome. I wish during those 12 weeks I'll be able to take the kids from frustration and anger and bully and all of those problems they face in life into self-confidence, building personality, and finding who they are truly. Mr. Toastmaster.